YouTube! Part 2 of the cheapest Yamaha R1 in the world. For anyone who didn't see the last episode, we paid $500 for this Yamaha R1. And now we're going through the bike. As you guys can tell, I got a lot of brand new parts in the mail. Brand new stator, brand new flywheel. And I have both bearings already in the freezer. So they've been in the freezer for a few hours. And for anyone who doesn't know, when you throw bearings in a freezer, it actually helps them to shrink a little bit so that when it goes time to install the new bearing, they literally pretty much slide right into place. So there's that. But this here, after we're done installing the new flywheel and the stator, I plan on dropping the entire exhaust system and taking the oil pan off. This is what we're expecting to see in our oil pickup. That is terrible. That's pretty much what we're expecting to see, if not a lot more than that. But I also was able to find a bunch of high mileage 04 through 08 R1s. And so I want you guys to take a look. This was just another guy who removed his stator. And as you guys can tell, his magnets, they came apart just like ours. But anyway, here goes a guy with a 2004. He says 2004 with a solid 85,000 miles. Only issue is constant, super short trips, slowly draining the battery. So it sounds like he needs to look into his stator rectifier. But anyway, this is a guy who said he's had this for 18 years. Only problem is he had water. He had the water pump seal and the starter motor go. So obviously those are the only two things he's had to replace. Not bad considering he's had that bike for almost 20 years. Here goes a guy named Dwayne. He said, I had one with 65,000 miles on it. I beat the crap out of it. Only issue was a water pump hose clamp needed replacing. That generation is the most reliable sport bike ever made. It's not even a debate. So it sounds like Dwayne, he knows what he's talking about. Nathan said, I have an 05 with over 110,000 miles. From brand new. Never had a problem besides a recall for the wiring harness corrosion. The headlights would randomly shut off. Yeah, I meant to bring that up to you guys as the 0405 R1 has a recall for the wiring harness around the headlight area. Anyway, never did the recommendation for the valve adjustment or anything, and I ride it hard. He said he crashed it 3 times hard, and she still got to 110,000 miles. That is fire.
That's crazy.
Next, we got Christopher. He said, let's see, how many miles are y'all at with your beast? 61,117 miles here and running strong. Yes, I've done some updates and seals. She gets beat on pretty hard, but somehow holds together. He put, for now. That's funny. Then there is John. He said, 12 years, 100,000 miles later, the R1 is still running strong. All original motor with just routine maintenance, a few chains, and about 10 sets of tires. Thank you, Yamaha, for making such a great, reliable sport bike. Here's to another 100,000 miles. That's what I'm talking about. And let's see. The next person is Andrew. He said, I put 79,000 miles on this. One bought it when it had 4,000 miles, ran perfectly, only changed the clutch once due to doing wheelies and one battery. The 4 other 04 through 06 R1s, he put around 30,000 miles and they all ran flawlessly. R1 LE only put a few thousand miles and sold last year. Next we have Fast Wrench. I'm not going to read all this, but he basically said that he has 72,000 miles, valve clearance check every 20,000 miles. And basically he says, how long will she go? 100,000 miles plus? And I think from what I've shown you guys, it's pretty clear that the bike will far exceed 100,000 miles. All they need is some love, basic maintenance. So this person right here is Bill, and he has 196,632 miles. He said, valve clearance not done yet, even once. What y'all think? That's fire, Bill. Almost 200,000 miles and no valve adjustment? Wow. And these are just the OEM parts that I took a photo of. So let's get to it. The removal of the first bearing. Bread. You might be asking yourself, why wheat? Why not white? Honestly, guys, it really doesn't matter what bread, but I found online that supposedly you can actually get a bearing to pop out using bread. So let's give it a try. Why not?
Why not?
You know, it saves about 50, 60 bucks on a bearing puller.
Right.
So it doesn't hurt to give it a go. All right, here we go. As you guys can see, I already have the tinfoil set up here, so we don't have to worry about any bread getting down in the motor. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you, if I start seeing that bearing pop out,
oh babe,
we're talking about bread, man.
Right?
That's crazy. Yeah, but basically, you start shoving. Oh man, this feels so weird. Shoving bread in this bike, it just doesn't feel natural. It just doesn't feel right. I can't even explain to you how this makes me feel right now, but it doesn't make me feel too good. But yeah, that's about it. Just gonna start shoving this, packing it. Oh my gosh. All right, let me think. I guess I'll just continue packing it a little more. Yep. Okay. Now we're gonna grab our tool. Chose basically a long socket with an extension, and we're gonna start packing bread in here as well.
There you go, baby.
All right, here we go. Dude, bread.
Oh my goodness.
Bread in a bearing. Let's see what happens, little mama. I'd like to assume that I already need
more bread.
More bread. More bread. Oh man, this feels so wrong. Wow. Yeah. Dude, if I start seeing that bearing start popping out, oh, it's gonna make me laugh.
Oh, that's gonna be crazy.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, it is.
Because, like, everybody thinks that you need, like, a bearing puller. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in some cases, there's a lot of old school tricks. All right, let's pack it with more bread and cross our fingers here.
Oh, man.
Hey. Yeah, I can't even tell you how nervous this makes me feel, man.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Like, I'm feeling nervous. I'm like, dang, if this bearing don't start, like, backing out.
Right? It's like, how are we going to get the bread out?
Yeah. Well, I have a good feeling it's going to work.
It's going to work.
All right, here we go. Let's give her some more bread wax. Okay, well, let's pack some more bread in there.
Yeah.
Clearly, there's not enough. Just wanted to see that bearing at least starting to pop out just
just a little.
A little, you know what I'm saying? Give me some confirmation that I'm on track here,
right.
You know? We're getting somewhere. I had to switch it up to this. This right here. Basically, it looks like this is like an axle out of like a dirt bike or something, a small dirt bike. But I switched it up to that, and I think that was the right move. As you guys can tell, the bearing is slowly working its way out now.
Yes, sir.
Just need a little more bread. All right, here we go, and continue whacking.
Yes, sir.
Man, I tell you, if this really gets the whole bearing to pop out, that'd be a blessing.
That'd be crazy.
This is a lot of work. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. It's coming out.
It's coming out, babe. It's coming out.
It's coming out.
Yep.
Oh!
She's about to pop out. A little more bread. This is the second piece of bread, so it took about 2 pieces of bread.
Yes, sir.
It's so cool to see the bearing finally making movement, you know?
Right?
Because, like, when I was using this, big no-go.
Yeah.
This was doing nothing. More bread. Oh my gosh, babe.
It's really
bread.
coming out.
Bread is getting...
Bread.
So funny. Man. I never in my life thought that I would ever use bread
Right?
for something automotive, you know? Or something mechanical.
That is crazy.
This is funny. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
More bread.
Oh
Let's go!
Oh my gosh, it's almost out.
Right?
Oh, that is crazy.
I can't even tell you how excited I am right now.
Oh,
like,
same
this is
here.
so cool, babe.
Oh, I'm so excited, baby.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Oh, that is crazy. A couple more wax, Papa.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, little mama. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tired, man. Like, this is been at it for a little while here.
Yeah.
But this tool right here, this axle that we're using, changed everything.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, my wrist doesn't like me too much right now. My wrist is like, stop it.
Oh, I can only imagine.
All right. We're almost there, man.
Oh my goodness.
A little more bread. It's crazy. This is working. Man, I'm so happy that the channel got to see me try this for the first time.
Right.
I've never done this before. I just heard about it, and I was like, dude, if I could save $60 to $70 and not buy a bearing puller right now, that's fine with me.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I can't go fast enough. More bread. So funny, like when I was like first starting, I was just so nervous. I'm putting little pieces of bread back there, and now it's just like, man, just like, cramming bread, right? And then also, like when I was whacking at first, I wasn't whacking as hard.
Yeah.
You know, now you can just tell. It gets to a point where your body just wants to get it done. You know. Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh! It
Yes!
out!
Bread! Wow. Guys, I am not gonna lie, I'm a little tired. Just a little. That was a workout, man. We've been at it for, I'd say it probably took us about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
15 to 20 minutes. And if I was never messing around with this little thing,
right,
this right here is the key. Find yourself an axle that just fits in the hole, and I promise you, man, basically this is just a big screw.
Exactly.
It's just like a giant screw, you know?
Yep.
And yeah, wow. Okay, bread. Wheat bread.
Wheat bread. Honey wheat.
Now I gotta pull this out. This is gonna be funny.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Here we go. I'm about to pull this out. Oh my gosh. Look at all that bread.
Oh my goodness.
I almost need like a hook.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Let me see.
Where's your baby flathead? That might help. Get
yeah, you're right,
edge.
babe. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Look how much.
I think it's gonna be like almost.
Shoved
I think it's almost gonna be like a perfect circle.
Oh
my god. Wow. My main thing was the casting behind here. You know.
Yeah.
I didn't want to cause any damage to it. Wow, look at that bread. All right. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
It took a lot of bread, babe. Wow.
Dude, that was like
wow. Oh wow, look at the casting. It's still perfect.
Look at that.
Not even one mark in the casting.
Wow.
Yep. And there's the bread. I almost want to keep this forever and just put it in like a baggie and just mark it like R1 bearing winner. Because this did it. All this bread did it. Well, if you guys were ever wondering how to remove a bearing, okay, in a hurry, as long as you have a hammer, a big screw, and bread, at least 2 slices of bread, you'll be able to get the bearing to pop out. Because to this day, I'll tell you, that's one of the coolest things I've ever done.
That is awesome.
Just using some food. So, heck yeah. I completely forgot to explain why the front of the bike is covered. I actually am doing a custom theme to this motorcycle. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, definitely stay tuned because the first ride unveil of this motorcycle is coming soon. This is the second bearing that needs to be removed. And from my research, the best way to remove the actual housing that is covering the bearing on the inside is to put the entire thing in boiling water. And supposedly this is supposed to fall right out. So let's give that a go. here we go. We've had it in for about 10 minutes, so we're about to go ahead, start by turning that off. And we're about to get this out of here. Woo. Sounds a little hot. All right, here we go. Into the hottest thing in the world right now.
You may have to flip it over.
Oh, just flip it over? Is that it, little mama?
Yeah, just flip it over. It's
Okay.
No big deal.
Just boiling water that's literally boiling up in the air. No problem. Not a problem.
You got it.
Yeah, right to it. Okay. Yeah, it's a little hot. All right. Yeah. 3rd degree burn. That's real. So, not trying to get burned.
Oh my God.
A little sketchy. Okay. Yep. Still bubbling up. Yep. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right, still bubbling. Yep.
You're good.
Can't be too careful. You only have one life. You only get one.
Oh, you're good.
Okay. Yep. Can't be too careful. All right. You sure, little mama? Okay. Here we go.
Look, see?
Okay. Sketchy. All right. There we go. That's it. That's the one. Wow.
Wow.
Look at that.
Ugh.
Supposedly, this thing should just fall right out. This thing right here. This sucker's super hot right now. Oh my gosh,
Wow.
yes!
Wow.
Got it, babe. Crazy what the old man said in the forum. It was true.
Yes.
Good. Oh yeah. Yeah, when I saw that he is a lifetime member of that forum,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna believe with this old guy. And I think it said that he had over 500,000 posts.
Wow.
So I was like, yeah, he clearly he does R1. That's his
Yeah.
thing. So I don't just go off what anyone says. But yeah, we need to go ahead and knock this out now, this actual bearing, and replace it. So,
Yes, sir.
but yeah, guys, I'm so happy that you got to see, how to successfully remove both bearings
Yes.
from the inside of the motor and from this case as well. All right, time to whack the second bearing out. Here we go. Ooh, that's still super hot, man. Yeah, looks like it might be moving a little.
Mm-hmm.
The cardboard is not helping. It's it's kind of like, the trampoline here in a way. Yeah, she's slowly coming out. Ooh. Yeah, you see?
Mm-hmm.
You can see she's almost there, but eventually we're going to get to a point where I'm going to have to put this up on something. The corners are going to have to be up on something, and man, that is hot. Decided to use a big giant socket, and we'll just set it in there. Obviously, the socket's bigger than this hole, so that's allowing the bearing to drop straight down. Let's give it a try. Oh my!
Oh man,
look
it's
at
almost
that.
out.
Right? Yep, and I don't see any marks. It's not like I don't see
Good.
any damaging marks, so that's good. That's why I said this is nice and soft.
Yeah.
This metal, both metals are soft, so a couple good whacks and we'll be done.
Ooh.
Yeah, kind of clipped my
You
finger.
okay, Papa?
Look at that.
Ooh, baby.
Look at that. Man, we're not lying when we say blood, sweat, and tears, guys. I'm happy you guys got to see that on camera. But she's out. Man, I'm not even gonna tell you, this smells terrible.
Ugh.
Yeah. Smells like just pretty much old oil or old gas,
Yeah.
you know? But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get the bearings out of the freezer. I'm gonna clean this blood, and I'm gonna go ahead and put both brand new bearings in off camera because it's so easy to do, guys, okay? Like I said, I'm just gonna grab the bearings out of the freezer, and because they've been in there for a few hours, it's literally just gonna drop right into place. Some light taps will get it all the way down, nice and seated. So I'll show you guys once I go ahead and get both bearings installed. Just got finished installing the new bearing. As you can see, she's in place and she's spinning real good. Look at that. Let's go. Obviously, I got this knocked back down, and you want to knock this down, you know, until it's nice and flush here. Obviously, you want to make sure that you line up. There's 3 holes on the back of this. You want to make sure that you line them up with these.
Yes, sir.
But I figured that I might as well show you me knocking in the new bearing inside of the case. So what you want to do is you want to find a socket that is the outside diameter of the bearing, okay? You don't want to knock at this middle part, and that's my opinion. You're safer knocking on the outer part. So that's what I did. I got a socket that is the exact outer diameter, and we're just knocking her into place. Keep in mind, these bearings, these new bearings, they've been in the freezer for a few hours, so that's kind of helping things just a little. Kind of wish I'd have left them in overnight if I could have. Look at that.
Wow.
Perfect. Hold on. A couple more whacks. All right, good. There we go. And that's how you install the second bearing. All right, so we have our brand new stator seated down on the cover, and we're about to go ahead and thread the bolts in. But before we do, I want to go ahead and add just a little bit of this blue Loctite. And obviously I've already cleaned these threads the best that I possibly could to get the old stuff off of it.
Smart.
All right. And this is T30, TR30. Man, talk about exciting.
Oh, I am too excited.
Not gonna lie, this has been a lot of work.
Right.
This is a lot of work. I feel bad for anybody who drops their bike off at a dealership to have all this done.
Yeah.
I mean, they're looking at thousands of dollars worth of work. That's how much labor comes into play, you see?
Yeah, that's insane.
But the thing is, even the dealership is not going to drop your oil pan and take your exhaust off and clean the screen back there. They don't care about that. The only thing, like, say they saw all that carnage after pulling the flywheel out.
Yeah.
Basically, all they're gonna do is clean everything up in there and just throw a brand new flywheel and stator in there and call it a day, and not even touch the oil pan. So, because at the end of the day, to them, the problem was behind the stator cover.
Yeah.
You know,
it wasn't in the oil
they're not
pan.
realizing that problem has found its way down into the oil pan, Yamaha. All right, perfect. Now that that's complete, we'll just lay this down, pop this in to place like so. I'll go ahead and take this piece to hold down the wire harness in here. Okay, and to be super safe, let's go ahead and put some of that on there.
Smart.
Push that down and tighten her up. Hands are so oily. There you go. Oh yeah. Nice and tight. Make sure that this doesn't back itself off. There we go. And we'll move this out of our way for right now. Next, we'll move the gears over here. We'll move the new rotor over here. And as you guys can see, the new rotor doesn't have any magnets in here. This is a sleeve that's actually covering the magnets.
Yeah.
So this is what you want. This is the good flywheel. Brand new bushings here. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna install the new bushings. Just like that. These need to stick outward.
Okay.
So obviously you can clearly tell that doesn't look right.
Yeah.
You know? So and make sure you push them down into position. Push them down real nice. Make sure they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And then you'll see these little slots. There's a slot here, a slot here, and a slot here. And you're gonna line it up with these. 1, 2, 3.
Huh.
So basically it's as simple as that. And then you take this. Hold on, I might actually need this aligned. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I think this actually does have to stay into place.
Okay.
So it's all about just taking your time. And then grab it like this. And really push, you know, like pull it
Yeah.
tight to where you heard that little
Yeah.
oily like sound. Yeah. And that's it. That's how you know you got that on right.
Awesome.
And next what we need to do here is, give me 2 seconds. We have a washer that gets dropped. It really doesn't matter which way this washer is put on, just so you all know. It's the same both ways.
Yeah.
So, but this is what matters. For some reason, there's people who install it like this, and that's all wrong. They'll install the spacer like this. You actually want this part of the spacer sticking up. Okay?
Yeah.
So this part is what goes down. The flat part is what you want sticking outward. And that's extremely important. You don't want to mess that up. There we go. That's good. Yep. Okay. Now it's time to slide it into place. Hold up. Wait a minute. No, we're way off right now. Give me a second. Yeah, it's gonna take a couple tries. See how I just pulled it back out?
Yeah.
Make sure that this is, you know, nice and flat. Good thing I pulled it out. Don't want that back there. Okie dokie. And let's try this again. Nope. That's all right. We'll just jiggle it back out. Make sure that this is still on. Yes, it is. And just keep rotating it. There we go. Whew. Flush with the cover.
Wow.
Perfect. Wow. Dang. Yeah, believe me, when I say you'll know when you get it into place, you'll definitely know when you get it into place. Dang, man, I had to fight with it for a little bit, but
right?
Got it in. That's it. And it's flush with the case.
This is awesome.
As long as it's flush with the case, you're in there. So, we're good, little mama. Now what we're going to do is basically install these back into place, the dowel pins.
Smart.
Okay. Grab the other dowel. Slide that in. And let's get all the screws off. It's time to install the cover.
Oh, this is so exciting.
We're basically done. So I was installing the center Allen bolt, and this is what happened, guys. Completely broke. And this is like straight from the casting. Luckily, I didn't tighten it down all the way. So we're gonna go ahead and back this off, and we're gonna need to buy another one.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy. I just told my wife I just put a brand new O-ring on this. I was not expecting. I've never seen this before.
I've never seen
it broke
that.
straight from the casting, and I need you guys to understand. I wasn't over torquing it. Like I said, it was still loose. Thank the Lord that it was still loose, because then it would have been stuck. But yeah, I was just about to tighten it all the way down, and the top just snapped off. That's wild. Installed the 3 bolts that actually hold the housing down to the cover where the bearing lies. So we're ready. All we have to do is install the new gasket. Obviously, I already cleaned the surface. There we go. And I've cleaned this surface as well. So now it's all about just sliding this into place. And then obviously you got the dowels and everything to worry about. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna hold my finger on this flywheel. Whoa, that's a magnet. That's a magnet. Dang. Ooh, that's serious, dude. That's a serious magnet right there. All right, there we go. Got it lined up. What's stopping it? Because I've got it all lined up now. I think it's the dowels.
There we go.
Perfect. And that's the money. Yep. Got everything aligned perfectly.
Oh, this is exciting, baby.
Right, little mama? All right, now all we need to do is drop the bolts to the cover into place. And then we'll go ahead and we'll pull the header and the oil pan. That's the moment that we've all been waiting for. Now for my favorite part of the video, we're about to drop the header and the oil pan. But before we do that, I wanted to show you guys, I went ahead and I drained the oil earlier. And this is what is on the oil drain bolt. As you guys can tell, the oil drain bolt is doing its job. Yeah, I believe that is all the magnet. All the magnets that broke up, that's basically what all that is.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take my time and really clean this bolt. But I just wanted you guys to see all that thick, nasty crap. Yeah, it's literally magnets. Yeah, it's disgusting. But we're gonna go ahead and we'll worry about this later. All right, here we go, baby.
Yes, sir.
So, I went ahead and loosened up all the bolts on the header earlier, but they're all 12 millimeter for anyone who's wondering. But basically, this header is ready to drop. Use a shoe here and a shoe here. And that is how I remove a header from a bike. Basically hold up all the weight. And that's what the shoes are there for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant to spray these with PB Blaster. All right, got it. Gotta remove this other one. Yeah, I basically just broke all these loose earlier. There we go. Let's see. Alright. There we go. I only got 2 more bolts and this entire header's coming down. So this is where the shoes really come into handy.
Yeah.
Okay, so the shoes are gonna hold, the feet, shall I say, are gonna hold the header up. And now we'll remove the final last 2 nuts here. That and this one. Okay, one more. Where are you at? Where are you at? There you go. Trying to hide from me. Okay. Definitely gonna hit these with some PB Blaster.
Yeah.
Before I put the nuts back on. When we go to reinstall the header, I'm gonna make sure that I hit all of these with PB Blaster. So. And that's the studs, the exhaust studs. And it's just because mine are a little rusty. Right. That's the only reason that I'm saying that. There we go. And that's how you successfully remove a header on an R1.
Wow.
Okay. Now I'm gonna lay it down like that and pull it out. So now that's out of our way.
Yes, sir.
Boom.
Woohoo!
Man, it's super light. Okay, so now we just need to remove the oil pan bolts. Luckily, I've already removed the majority of them. So there's only a few left. What we got? The exhaust was in my way. That's why I didn't break these other ones loose. Is I had planned on breaking these loose, but it's all good. Yeah, the guy who I bought the bike from, he told me that, you know, he had a lot of work done to the bike. Head gasket, water pump, oil pump, that type of stuff done. Timing chain was redone, the guides, that type of thing. And this is a very clear sign that the guy was basically telling the truth. If you look right here, this is the holder that locks in this water pump tube, okay? And as you can tell, that's not seated flush because whoever was in there, whoever replaced the water pump, they stripped out this bolt and they threaded it in as far as they could and then just stopped, obviously. Luckily, its only job is just to basically hold this into place to make sure that this doesn't pop out, you know? And so, and it's still doing a good job. I mean, it's still in there, that screw. But that right there is what lets me know that somebody was in this oil pan at one time, and the water pump was definitely replaced or at least rebuilt. or this bolt wouldn't be stripped out like this. So that's kind of good news. Okay. What do we got? I think that's about it on the front. I'm still wondering if there's a screw in here somewhere. There's a hole down here. I'm gonna assume there's a bolt. Yep. Okay. So after this, I'll just make my way to the back of the oil pan, because there's only a few screws back there, and that's it.
Yes,
so let me see if the one that was in the center of the oil pan, if it's the same size as the rest. Yes, it is. Great. All right, let me go ahead and work my way to the back of the oil pan. All right. Wow, it is even colder over here on this floor. All right. Looks like there's just one bolt here. Somebody was definitely in this oil pan at one time, because it was way too easy to break these bolts loose.
Yeah.
And it already looks like it's already about to drop. That was the last bolt, or what I believe to be the last bolt. So now, should be as simple as just shaking it, pulling at it until it falls. Unless I missed a screw. I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. And I can see the oil pan already trying to separate just a little.
Yeah.
Over here on this side. Yep. Wish I had like a mallet right now to hit on the oil pan. Man, I would say that gasket's probably really got it on right now.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
It's coming down?
It's coming down,
All right,
baby.
good. Here we go then. Couple of whacks. All right. Here we go, babe.
Oh, man.
This is it, man. This is what we've been waiting for. Here, let me come over to where you're at. It's so cool.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
Oil pan's coming off. Oh my goodness. This is exciting. Very exciting.
Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous.
Oh, it's gonna look disgusting in here, I already know. Alright, come on, baby. Should have almost dropped by now. There we go. And here's the inside of our oil pan. So far, it actually doesn't look as bad as I was expecting.
I was expecting
But
a lot worse.
to be honest, if you look in here, it is terrible actually.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, the oil is actually blocking all of the stuff that's really in here. So if I like wipe out some of this, watch this. Look at all that.
Ooh.
Look at all that.
Ew.
Yeah. That's not good.
Oh my. I will say, compared to the picture earlier in the video,
I don't know, little mama.
this doesn't look terrible.
It's looking pretty bad, man. I'm not gonna lie. This is you don't want to see any of this in your oil pan. My plan is to clean all this out very well. That's my plan. Yeah, it's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, that looks gross.
Let me see if I can. I'm about to lay down, and I'm gonna see if I can see the pickup.
Yeah.
Because that is what is going to, really look super bad. Look at all this stuff. Whoa!
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's like a whole magnet piece.
Look at that.
What?
Look at all that.
Oh my gosh. Ew.
Yeah, it looks disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. Wow, we're going fishing.
Oh,
look at that.
My gosh.
Ew. Definitely magnet. See how it's trying to stick to this? Yeah. That's crazy. Alright, let's see. How is everything looking? Wow. Dang. I can see everything up in here.
Oh, wow.
Yep, and here's the pickup, and it's actually looking pretty bad. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That is exactly why you have to take the oil pan off, because all this has to get cleaned out. That is not good. Just took off the oil pan gasket, and I found where the majority of the magnets went. They literally just sat right on the side corner of the gasket there. And look at all that. So happy that I took the time to drop the oil pan. Then over here is the pickup. Look at that. I went ahead and I took this this long zip tie, and I was actually able to dig all this thick stuff out of the pickup. It's crazy. Look at how much stuff was plugging the pickup. All this I had to scrape out of there. Yeah, this is terrible. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of 2 Family. All right, you guys saw us replace the flywheel, both bearings, the stator. You saw us drop the header, the oil pan. There's so many chunks down in the oil pan. So I plan on taking the time to clean all that out. So on the next episode of our $500 R1, we're going to be cleaning out her gas tank. We're going to do a fuel pump rebuild kit and a full tune-up to this bike. So stay tuned for her 3rd episode, because I'm very excited about that. Don't worry, y'all. The first ride and unveil is coming soon, I promise. Just know we love you all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.
Peace.